Good morning. It is currently 6:17. It is October 28th, 2022, and we're going on a road trip. All right, we're on our way. Where are we going, love?
To Colorado Springs to go see my best friend and her kid and her husband.
Yeah?
Yeah.
What are we going to do on the way? Is there a certain thing that we have to drive over?
Wolf Creek Pass.
Wolf Creek Pass. Very infamous for not being very fun in snowy weather, and it snowed a little bit last night. I haven't really checked any reports to see if it did snow. It is late October, so I don't think if it did, it's going to be anything to worry about. But we've got the whole family loaded. We got Ella, Jax, and you can't see her, but in the rear-facing car seat is my youngest, Amelia. Here we go. All right, we just got fueled up. It was at $3.96 a gallon. We're at a 225 mile range. We've got 350 plus miles to go. Hey, Ella. Ella Rose, what are you doing? What are you doing?
Hi, how's it going today?
Oh, not too bad. How about yourself?
Awesome, I'm glad you're doing good. We're doing pretty fantastic. Thanks so much for asking. Would you be interested in any of our food items today?
No, thank you.
Alrighty, what can we get started for you?
Hi, can I get a grande white mocha with 2 pumps of brown sugar, whipped cream, and cinnamon powder on top?
What else for you?
Do you want a pumpkin spice latte?
Just a pumpkin spice latte with a shot of espresso, please.
It comes with, what size on that?
Grande.
Grande, please.
Okay, it comes with 2 shots. Do you want me to just put a single in there or
Oh, no,
just
no.
leave the 2?
The 2 shots is perfectly
Okay,
fine.
awesome. Awesome. Do you guys need sleeping stoppers today for the 2 hot drinks?
Yes, please.
Yes, please.
Wonderful. 1321. We'll see you at the window. Okay,
Thank you. So we just got through the Starbucks drive-thru, and the very nice lady ahead of us was nice enough to pay for our drinks. There's still some kindness in this world, and that makes me happy every day. On our trip, we'll be going all the way from northwest New Mexico all the way up to Colorado Springs and Fountain. It's about 350 miles both ways for a total of a 700-mile round trip. How beautiful is that, though? Early morning is definitely the best time to do these road trips because the light hits all these cliff faces around here perfect, and it definitely makes the trees just burst into flames. It's freaking cool. Right now we are hitting our first bit of construction on our little road trip here. Currently they are building a bypass through, well, basically to bypass Durango going straight towards Pagosa Springs. They've been working on this for the better part of this year, maybe a little bit of last year, and this is our first time on the new bit of pavement. So, I don't know, we'll see if it makes the trips through and to Durango any easier, any quicker. But I'm not really worried about how fast I get there. It's the drive that's the journey. So part of the reason I wanted to make this video is because I do have these oversized 37-inch mud tires on the Jeep, and I was curious to see just how well it would do on a longer road trip. So far, the only thing I'm noticing is that there's a bit of a hum to the tire. I don't know how well my fancy little mic I got is picking that up, but overall, I mean, these Patagonias are really, really good. Since it is a cupped tire, the center stack of tread is what mostly contacts the road, and the wider lugs that are farther apart don't contact the road as much. So the ride is very smooth, and there's not too much humming going on. Stopped for our first puppy potty break outside of Pagosa Springs with no results. We wandered around for 20 minutes and all he wanted to do was eat snow and pine cones. We're about an hour and a half into our trip. I wouldn't even say it's been that long, huh? Probably about 45 minutes into our trip.
No, because we left at 7.
Oh yeah. Okay, so yeah, we're definitely about an hour and a half into our trip. Just about to get into Pagosa Springs, and before we leave, I want to stop by this beautiful waterfall and an overlook and get some really good shots. Pagosa's pretty famous for its hot springs. The water is heated. Whoa, that guy just walked straight out into traffic. He didn't even give nobody a warning. Hey. Anywho, so the water is heated by geothermal heat, which also gives it a really bad sulfur smell, but it's warm and it's really relaxing when you're in there, but you definitely have to take a shower afterward. Ella, are you singing a song? Sing a song, baby. We just got out of Pagosa, and coming down the north side of the hill here, some of the road is still a little bit frozen from the snow previously, so I did have to bring it down to about 33 miles an hour. The rear end was getting a little bit loose. It's just a few small patches, but it makes you a little uncomfortable. Welcome to Treasure Falls, just outside of Pagosa Springs. It's a little frozen over, which makes it a whole lot more beautiful. But it's way up there. Let me zoom out. Way up there. There's a hiking trail that starts just on the other side of the parking area here and goes all the way up the side there, but we don't really have time to do the hike today. But if you do have time to come out here and check it out, I highly suggest that you do, because it's a beautiful bit of scenery up here. And up there, on top of that mountain, there's a beautiful overlook. We're gonna get up there and take some more shots. No window. What do you think, baby?
I think it's cool and pretty.
I told you it was pretty up here. What do you think, love? Now that we're ascending up the south side of the mountain, the sun is hitting it and a lot of the snow has melted. So it's pretty smooth sailing right now. The roads are still a little bit wet, but that's no biggie. Once we get to the north side of the mountain, however, there's no telling what it's going to look like until we get there. So let's get there. So we're coming down Wolf Creek Pass right now, and like I was thinking, it's a little bit worse on this side of the mountain. I've got the Jeep in third gear right now, which is just a helpful little tip. If you're driving through slickery stuff, don't use your brakes so much. Just try to use the transmission to steadily slow the vehicle. The wheels can't lock up and you can't spin out. But when you are in stuff like this, just take your time, go slow. There's no rush. We are now through the worst of it. We're on the north side of the mountain on our way down. It's a little worse up at the higher elevation. It was still a little bit colder, so there's a little bit more snow and ice on the road, but now a little wet, but it's pretty much clear. Should be smooth sailing from here unless we hit a blizzard or something. Who's in the kitchen? Are you scratching his chin? Are you being nice to him? Do you like your puppy dog? Is he pretty cool? You give him ear scratches? We're entering South Fork, which is just north of Wolf Creek Pass, and it's a completely different landscape out here now. It's getting more into rolling hills with still some sandstone and mountainous bits, but it looks completely dry and like there's been no snow out in this area. It's kind of crazy just how fast the geography changes. Just came into Monte Vista. We're gonna stop and grab a bite to eat, get some drinks, get these babies out to stretch for a little bit, and then finally get the puppy to go pee. What do you think of Monte Vista, love?
It's okay, it's small.
Oh, it's a little mountain town. Do you know what Monte Vista means?
Yeah.
Oh, do you know?
Yeah.
If you know what Monte Vista means, leave it in the comments. Potty time. Go potty. Hopefully he goes potty this time. This is the third stop we've made in the last 3 hours trying to get him to go. He's not gone yet. He's had his breakfast. He's had plenty to drink. Maybe it's just riding in the car. It's made him anxious. I'm not too sure, but hopefully he'll get to relieve himself this time. Come on, good boy. This is one of the frustrating parts about having a good boy who's part hound dog. All they want to do is sniff whenever you take him to a new place. And now he's digging. Come on, Jax. Let's go potty. Go potty, good boy. We've been wandering around here for about, I don't know, what do you say, 10 minutes, puppy dog? He don't want to go. I know he's got to. He's not gone all morning. Not since we left. Hey. Hey, you. Jax. Hey. You gotta go potty, puppy dog. You gotta go. You gotta go potty. Come on. It's potty time. Jax to go do his business. We stumbled across an abandoned rail car. It's kind of neat. There's another one over here. Next to this old building that says Beauty Salon on the door. Guess that's part of coming through an old rail town. Find old railroad stuff. So we just had lunch in Monte Vista. We're back on the road again. We're kind of in the bowl between Wolf Creek Pass and what is it, Monte Vista out there? What comes just before Colorado Springs?
What comes just before Colorado Springs? Wadenbergen, Midwell.
Well, we're kind of in this bowl, kind of a high mountain tundra area. Not really a whole lot to see out here, but as we get further along, we do start to get back into the mountains. I don't know how well you can see them way up there, so we'll get through the boring part of this road and then we'll get back into the scenery. One of the biggest questions I get asked on these Jeeps is how is the ride quality? Even, you know, either it's Gladiator or Wrangler. And I gotta say, Jeep did a lot of work. They listened to a lot of the gripes of their customers. And honestly, this thing rides really, really smooth. I don't experience any wobble. I'm on a flat plane right now and I'm going straight ahead. You know, that could just be part of alignment, but you know, I did this lift myself and I haven't had anything adjusted other than putting the axle back straight so that my steering wheel sat straight. As far as the lift and everything is concerned, I mean, the 37s are just a little bit noisy. You know, they're Patagonia Milestars, they're mud tires, so it's understandable. But I don't feel like I'm being pulled or pushed or dragged or wobbled or anything like that. And, you know, the fuel economy is actually pretty good. On this flat straightaway that I'm on right now, doing about 60 miles an hour, I'm getting 17 to 20 miles per gallon, depending on if whether it's flat or if I'm putting my foot in it. But all in all, the Jeep does really, really well. I mean, like I said, Jeep really, really listened, and they wanted to make something for this next generation of the Wrangler, and then further on the Gladiator, that was much more comfortable to drive, more comfortable to be in, given the interior, which is way updated from the JK. And as far as off-road is concerned, it's still the most off-road capable SUV ever built, and it's the most off-road capable mid-sized truck on the market today. It's hard to argue with 80 years of innovation and with a company that's so devoted to listening to their people. So after driving and driving and driving and eventually getting to a point where we can test the passing power in the Gladiator, which I'm happy to say did very well. I was able to pass the semi-truck and this red truck with no issue. We eventually found the mountains again. That's the biggest problem with these road trips, is there's just so much pretty stuff, and knowing when to put the phone on, when to put the camera on, to catch it all. Like the little saddle between these two peaks here, it's so pretty. Does anybody know what these fence-looking things are? My guess is that they're used to stop snow drifts, but I am not too sure. If somebody could leave it in the comments for me. I've wondered this every time we've come up here, but I've never been able to figure out what they are. We've been on I-25 now, doing anywhere between 70 to 80 miles an hour for the last about 45 minutes, and I mean, Jeep does just fine. If there's ever any doubt you have whether or not you can take your modified Jeep Gladiator or Wrangler on the highway, as long as everything's put together right, there should be no issue at all. I'm having no problem, and I installed everything myself. Well, here's the deal. Can you take your Jeep Gladiator on a road trip? Absolutely. Can you do it lifted on 37s? Absolutely. Should you load up your family and take them across the country to show them this beautiful land we live in? 100% yes. Thank you so much for watching. Make sure, if you haven't already, to like and subscribe. And if you're at all interested in supporting the channel, I did recently start a Patreon. So make sure to check that out. It's by the same name, Jeeps and Things. And until next time, I'll see you on the trail.